Hi, Craig with Health Nuts Coaching. So this week I want to share with you an idea about how to create healthy habits. In our coaching program, we actually focus on 12 primary areas that we want to introduce. These are new habits or new skills. And within each of these weeks, what we want to do is to create some smaller habits that we can do. And as we start to build those habits, we focus on making them just kind of second nature. And so this presentation is just about how is it that we can create new habits. And specifically, we want to look at something called habit stacking. And habit stacking is just a habit building technique that involves incorporating a new habit into your existing routine by really just stacking it on top of an established habit. And so we look at some of the things that you're already doing, and then how can we stack something new onto that existing habit. So the idea behind the habit stacking is to leverage your current habits as cues or triggers for new habits that you want to develop. And it really makes it easier to remember and consistently perform the new habit because it becomes associated with something that you're already doing. And so this is a way that we can really very quickly establish new habits and continue down that path. So the new habits you have is probably a smaller element of the larger skill that we're talking about in any given week. So the first step would be to identify existing habits. You would look at things that you're already performing consistently, and this could be something like brushing your teeth, making coffee in the morning, or just simply checking your email. So these are pretty simple ideas that you look at what is it that you're doing, you already have the habit or the routine of doing it, and then how can I establish a new habit by stacking it on top of something like that. Second step would be to choose a new habit. So you would simply select a habit or a behavior that you want to start to do. It can be related to your personal, your professional goals, such as reading for 20 minutes, doing a short workout, or practicing mindfulness. And so these obviously, in the context of the coaching that we're doing, these would be things that you would want to do around healthy habits. Could really be anything. And so I want to give you a couple examples towards the end of this presentation. So the next thing we want to do is find a trigger. So we have to determine the natural point in your existing routine where you can incorporate this new habit. So that's what we consider a trigger. And then next we want to create a stack. And so we would simply combine the existing habit that you're already doing with the new habit or this new action or behavior into a single sequence. So for example, you may say, after I eat lunch, I'll walk around the block. And this creates a mental link between the two actions. In our coaching, we talk about how can we implement something new, something that's small. You create a habit of doing that small behavior or that small action, and then you would build on that. So this would be a good example that you probably eat lunch every day. So when you start to eat lunch, now you have in your routine, you're going to start to look at as soon as I finish eating lunch, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go for a walk around the block. So that's a good example of just simply creating a new stack. And then finally, we want to make a commitment to practice this habit every day. And so consistency is important. And that's why we have you do a tracker on a daily basis so that you start small, you measure and track what it is that you want to do, and then it becomes a habit over time. So over time, it'll become more automatic and it requires less conscious effort. And that's really what we're trying to do is take the effort out of a healthy lifestyle and slowly start to create these new habits. So a couple of examples here. New habit, I need to remember to take my vitamins. So it's pretty simple. And so you would simply stack it by placing your vitamins next to your coffee. Typically, most of us don't forget to drink coffee in the morning. That's a ritual that we have. And so that we simply, by placing your vitamins next to, or it could be any supplement or anything else you'd want to take, you would simply place that very near where you make your coffee in the morning. It's a visual reminder, or in this case, a visual cue to take your vitamin or to do or to take whatever it is you want to do. And then it becomes part of a ritual that you already have. Another example would be I want to listen to a sermon or a podcast every day, and you're finding it difficult to remember to do that or to find time to do that. So we would say, okay, well, let's stack that. Listen to a sermon or a podcast while you walk around the block each day. Once we've established one habit of walking on a regular basis, now we can again stack something else on top of that, and we become obviously more efficient even, that we can start to do multiple things in the same time frame. And though that's all about creating this healthy habit. That's really it about habit stacking. Pretty simple concept. We simply want to take what it is that we're currently doing. We brush our teeth. So how can I also remember to floss? I would simply put the floss next to my toothbrush in the morning, and it's right there. So I brush my teeth, and the floss is right there next to it. And so I now remember, and that's a trigger for me to take an additional couple of minutes and floss my teeth. So pretty simple concept about habit stacking, but it's a really powerful tool that we use in our coaching process to help you to build overall a healthy lifestyle. We can do this really in almost any area that we're talking about. So I want to encourage you to take a look at our website at healthnutscoaching.com. Again, just as a reminder, we have a 12-week healthy coaching lifestyle system, and we simply take 12 weeks or as many weeks as it takes. And each week we focus on one new skill. So it might be introducing protein on a regular basis and making sure you're getting enough protein, guys. It could simply be adding more movement. And so we start very small, and then each week we incrementally add to your movement. And that could be a workout, it could be walking, it could be a variety of different things. So I want to encourage you to check out our website. We also have a community there that you can link to some courses and stuff. Hope you found that helpful, and hope you all have a great week.